Hey Sagittarius, my name's Crystal with Cell City Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading for September 2023. Hope you guys are having an awesome month so far. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle them up again. Just see what's going down for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Alright guys, let's see what's going down. Show me what's going on. If it resonates, please like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And leave me a comment in the comments below. Because if it resonates, I want to know what's resonating about for you. So let's go ahead and get started for Sagittarius. Alright, hope you guys are doing awesome. So we've got some things going on. Let's see what we got going down for you, Sag. Okay, bear with me just a sec. There's the Tower. The Tower and the Star came out for Libra, so if you're dealing with a Libra, that might resonate for you as well. But I'll get to it in just a second. Okay, and ooh, very similar to Libra's reading. If you are dealing with a Libra, you should check out Libra's reading because this has got some similarities to it. Okay, all right, fourth week. See what's going down for the Sagittarians. Almost said for the Libras. Y'all, so much like the Libra reading. Okay, not too much, but we'll see. Okay, guys, so for your first week of September, which is currently now, essentially, because it's like the 5th right now. So for your first week, we've got a situation with the Page of Wands, okay? I feel like there's like something passionate going on, but I feel like it's like, for a good bit of you guys, it's like you're finding new passion in yourself. You're finding new passion, like you're trying to find a new passion in life. Because the Page is like he's the youngest. He's not a knight or a king. But pages have like this new passionate idea, right? For the Page of Wands, right? He's looking up at that and he's like, okay, cool. I can, let's see. So he's trying to like, what he does is he's like the initial spark, okay, in a situation. And so that's what's going on in your first week of September. And not quite finished, but let's go ahead and see what else we've got. So we've got this like new passionate like thing. And I do feel like for a good bit of you guys, like it definitely could be like a new passion for life or for what's going on. And maybe you have like something new that you're interested in, okay? But then we have the Judgment card here, okay? And with the Judgment card, these people are coming up out of their graves and like, hey, okay, so when we get this card, it's all about like making a decision in regards to a situation, okay? It's like, okay, so what is it that I'm going to be doing? So you have this new passion. Okay, so turn the page, we get the Judgment card. Okay, so let's go ahead and see, you know, like what it is I'm going to be, like how am I going to execute this? How am I going to bring this to life, okay? Clarify the Judgment, please, for me. Let me just do a clarifier real quick, too. Because I'm getting a couple messages for you guys, but I do feel like you have, like, a passionate, like, new beginning. I do feel like for a good bit of you guys, it's, like, mostly, like, with self. Let's go ahead and pull... show me what the clarifier for Judgment. Okay, so we do have the 6 of Wands here. Wands are fire energy as well. Wands are all about fire. But here's this decision, okay? You're making a judgment in regards to a situation, in regards to moving forward, in regards to something that's celebration, like some kind of a celebration or celebratory thing. See how he has like a wreath on the wand here. So he's racing forward and he's making a judgment in regards to something. He's like, oh yeah, like this is actually gonna like, whatever this passionate new thing is that you're like looking into, there's a possibility, a good possibility that you're going to feel really, really good about it moving forward, okay? See how he's on that horse? Okay, so he's making a judgment in regards to a situation. You're like, yeah, I made a good judgment in regards to a situation. Or like I'm seeing like the fruits of my labor kind of starting to come to fruition. Like you're just starting to see like the little bud of it pop up. We do have the Temperance card and the outcome for the first week of September, okay? And so I feel like for the first week of September, like honestly, good bit of you guys are going to be feeling pretty good, okay? Like toward the end, like by the weekend. And then if you're not already. So then we have the Temperance card here. And with her, she's balancing these 2 cups out, okay? So cups are going to be all about emotion in tarot, if you guys can see without the glare. She's just dipping a little toe in the water there in regards to an emotional situation, okay? But she's keeping her emotions balanced. See how she's balancing those cups? So she's like balancing those out. She's dipping a little toe in, like maybe just like taking a little time to just like slowly come out of the shell in regards to a situation, okay? But it's definitely keeping a good balance. This is also my card for self-care, okay? Tempering a situation, making sure that you're giving yourself the amount of love and energy and things that like you're wanting to do to make yourself happy. And you're balancing that out with, you know, people around you and whatever else makes you happy in your life as well, okay? So you're trying to keep a good balance in that situation as not to overwhelm yourself by putting too much into one other person's cup and not enough in your own, okay? And that has to do with like work, with friendships, with romantic relationships, and anything under the sun, okay? However it resonates for you. There's like 10 million Sagittarius out there, so, but let's go ahead and see what your oracle, ooh, that flew out. That flew out and under the table. Oh my gosh. So this is the thing. Normally I would go under the table and get it, but the way that this is all set up right now, there's no way. Hang on just a second. Let me see. I have a dog and I don't know if she's under here, so I don't want to squish her. Dang it. I always grab the card, but I can't get under the table right now, you guys. I'm going to just pull another one. Normally, I can hear people yelling at me like, go under the table. Like, no, I literally can't. So what we're going to do is show me an oracle card for Sagittarius for the first week of September. Please show me. I'm sorry, guys. Don't hate me. There's like no way I can get under there at this exact moment. So please show me an oracle for the first week of September for Sagittarius. Please show me. I know that the one that went on the table. Show us another one that is equally the same as what went under the table. Please show me. Okay. I almost grabbed like 100 of them out. Okay, so emergence. Okay. So I feel like you guys are coming out, and this does fit exactly with what we've got on the spread here. You guys are looking really good. You guys are looking, whether you're male or female, you're looking very like beautiful in the first week of September. But like you're feeling that way, right? So like, not that you're not always, you know, but this is the thing with emergence. You can kind of see it says emergence. Sorry for the glare. Dragonfly, right? With this card, it's like she's coming out of a situation. Okay, you're slowly starting to come out. See how she's dipping that toe? She's dipping the toe. She's like, I'm gonna dip my toe in like a little bit of emotion, water, like get myself into a space. Balancing out. You guys are focusing a lot on self-care the first week of September, or you could be doing that a lot right now in general, okay? Because this balance and the water and all that, right? But then with the oracle card here is just like, yep, she's starting to feel really good. She's coming out. She's in her power too. Like this woman is in her power. Like you don't want to, you know, nobody's going to walk up to her and tell her what's what. She's like, no, I've got it. It's a very fiery energy that I'm getting as well, like out of her. And also just feeling really, really good. Feeling good, feeling in her power, emerging out of something clearly because we have the emergence here. But if you see her face, she's coming up out of the water. It's almost giving me like, I know it's not Medusa with the snakes, but like it's almost giving me that Medusa vibe. It's a very like, I don't take any shit. I'm going to do what I need to do. Like I'm giving to myself, you know, keeping things balanced. You're feeling really good, you know, and, you know, you're taking the time that you need, but you have this new passion and spark. And I feel like I keep hearing a spark for yourself. You have like a spark for yourself. You have passion for yourself. You have care for yourself, which is amazing, which is really, really good energy to be in. Look at this badass. Look at her. She's such a badass. Okay. So I love this energy for you guys, especially for the first week of September. You guys are awesome. Okay. So what's going down for the second week? Second week, we got Hierophant energy, okay? Hierophant, we got 3 major arcana. The second week might be a little bit of a bigger week for you guys, okay? First week's pretty big too, to be honest. You got 2 major arcana, but this second week, Hierophant energy, okay, this has to do with like institutions. It has to do with like, this could be work. This could be like anything to do with like a finance situation, school, anything to do with like any kind of financial institution or any kind of institution in general, okay? So I do feel like, or work, because I feel like for some of you guys, and this isn't always work, but like This could also have to do with Taurus energy, marriage, things like that. But I do feel like there's some kind of a judgment in regards to a situation. Again, we got the Judgment card in the first week. But this is a situation where I do feel like, I'm going to pull a follow-up, but I kind of see like somebody getting like approved for something, like some kind of a loan with the Hierophant energy, or approved to like go to like some kind of a school, or like approved for an apartment, or approved, like I keep seeing like approved. They keep saying like an approval for something. And I feel like you guys have, like, you're starting to invest more in yourselves and your situation. Like you're like, a lot of you guys are reestablishing and rebuilding yourselves, especially with that emergence card that came out. Please clarify that Hierophant card for Sagittarius for the second week of September. Please show me. Please show me. Please show me. So what we got. So we got the 7. So when we get the 7 of Swords, here we are here. This guy's feeling like he's gotten away with something. He's like, hey, I'm just going to sneak off. I don't know why I'm making that noise. I'm just going to sneak off here. Like, I feel like I'm getting away with something. Like, something might seem like it's too good to be true in a situation. But I do feel like I feel like you guys are getting approved for a good bit of you guys. Since there are so many Sagittarians out there, and cards can come with a couple of different meanings. So I only need to read the ones that are here. So what I'm also getting is that you're approved for something, and then there could be, for just a small portion of you guys, you could be approved for something, but then either you're gonna feel like you're getting away with it, which is like a really good energy, like, hey, like I've totally gotten away with this, like see you later, like I'm gonna be taken off with this loan, right? Or with this approval. If some of you guys might be getting approved for an apartment or something as well. Something's not as bad as you think it is, whether it's like your credit score or something like that. But then for some of you guys, for a small portion of you guys, Sagittarians out there in the world watching this, there's a possibility that like you might have been like approved for something, but then like keep an eye out for, we are still in Mercury in retrograde till the 15th of September, okay? So keep an eye out for the dotted line. Make sure that if you're signing something that you are reading it enough times that like read it a couple times. Show it to a friend, you know, don't just sign it immediately, because you might miss something in there, like a clause or something that you might not see the first time, that you might agree to something that essentially might not benefit you, right? It might not behoove you to sign something or go with a first offer of something, even though it's like, oh wow, I'm approved. But like maybe it's like, oh, by the way, like this car is going to have a 36% APR and we didn't actually tell you that in the first place. So just make sure that you're rereading things, okay? It's not a negative, it's just a heads up. It's a, hey, don't forget to do this, okay? For those of you guys saying, oh, I always do that, well, make sure that you just read it a second time, just for the off chance that you may have just somehow missed that word, okay? That one important little thing that you might miss. But for the most part of you guys, you're going to feel like you're getting away with something. Now, what's cool is that we have the Tower here. Again, I feel like this is a Tower moment that's going to be a good one coming in. This is Sagittarian energy for me as a reader. Also could be Scorpio energy for some folks as well. So with the Tower, it's all about a foundation that was like not really built on the most stable. Okay, it's not just a tower that was built on not a very stable foundation. So as a result of that, the whole damn thing comes crumbling down. People jump out and they're like, ah, my life. And the building's on fire and they're like, what am I gonna do? Towers completely come down, right? But the thing is this, it's a good tower because we have a lot of really good cards around. We have this situation that's just like, oh, hey, yeah, like be mindful of a situation having to do with an institution, having to do with something of that nature, right? We went over that. This is in the second week of September, okay? So this is just a heads up, be mindful. Then all of a sudden, boom. So if you are getting approved for something, guess what? A Tower moment is going to happen anyway, because you're going to be like, oh, cool. I got away with this thing. Tower's coming down. I'm going to rebuild a whole new structure for myself, which I feel like you guys are like, with the emergence card, a lot of you guys are reinventing yourselves. And especially in the month of September, that's going to be where the ball is going to start rolling, okay? Like pretty quickly in a way where like things are going to start to feel a lot better for you. Like clouds going to start parting. You're like, okay, like I'm starting to feel so much better. And things are just going to start working out for you guys. Granted, you are ruled by Jupiter, which is all about, you know, abundance, finance, things like that. That will be going in retrograde. It might actually be in retrograde right now. I'm pretty sure. which means that things could go a little bit slower than you might expect, and there's a lot more details when it comes to that. If you are interested in what it means to have Jupiter in retrograde, please Google it. So with the Tower card though here, I feel like there's like a moment here that's like, okay, I'm gonna go, I feel like some of you guys, a good bit of you guys are actually like tearing the tower down yourself. Very much like Libra had, okay? It's like, burn the damn thing down. I'm gonna build a new one. I'm tired of this tower. It's like when you're in a rickety old house and you're sick and tired of it because none of your shit works, and all you want to do is like re-establish a foundation for yourself, but the foundation that you have currently isn't working. And so that's kind of where the tower moment can be a positive thing. Okay, so sometimes it can be a negative. It's like the rug gets ripped out from under you and everything goes to shit, but I don't think that that's going to happen for you guys. I feel like for the most part, like 99% of you guys, it's going to be a very good positive tower moment. Please clarify this tower, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to use this Morgan Greer deck and see what we got going on. Okay, so we do have the Five of Pentacles. And so with this card here, I feel like with this card, this is like being left out in the cold. See how this person's got a bandage around their head. Again, I feel like this is a positive. It's really bizarre to think that this would be a positive for that purpose. But I feel like this tower is happening because you're coming out of the cold. You're coming out of a situation where like, okay, this is what's going on because of the energy that I have around it. I just feel like this is going to be, you're coming out of the cold. The tower is happening. You're tired of like dealing with the struggle, with like not feeling like maybe you have enough money, like with your pentacles. Pentacles are all about money and tarot. Okay, so not feeling like you have enough money, not feeling like you have enough love and like enough support around you and things like that. So you're coming in from that situation and rebuilding your own structure, okay? So you're just kind of basically just taking, so for those of you guys, I'm sure the majority of people have moved before. If you ever moved and then like you end up in a new house, so that's like you have a whole new structure, you have to meet new friends, you have to meet new people, you have to do new things. That's kind of where the energy is in regards to this tower in the Five of Pentacles. It's like you're coming out of a situation where you're like, okay, everything's fresh, everything's new. I'm rebuilding a totally new foundation. So anyway, I'm sorry to just go off on a tangent about that. So then we've got the Star card and the outcome, okay? And this is all about self-care. Once again, for me as a reader, this is also Aquarian energy, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius person, okay? But it's putting all this water in tarot is emotion. And so this person's making sure that they're putting all the water in this big pond for themselves, and this is what other people get here is this other water. So make sure that if you give emotion to other people in the month of September, that you're giving it to yourself first and foremost, okay? You're able to nurture yourself and look after yourself first. And let me just cover those guys up just so I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. And then, so that's kind of the message here. But also the Star is a really good energy in regards to just like feeling a little bit like on top of the world, okay? Not like the most ecstatic energy on the planet, but you might be really you might feel really positive in the month of the second week of September. But also, I do feel like a good bit of you guys are going to be like a little bit, maybe just a little bit overwhelmed with like people wanting to spend time with you. And there's a reiteration here that like, hey, make sure that you're fulfilling your own cup and your own energy before you're able to kind of give to others, okay, in the month of September. Now, let me go ahead and pull an oracle for the second week, and we'll get into the third week of September for you, okay? It's looking really good though. I do feel like for like 1% of you guys, like you might have like it might be like a situation where it's like, oh, the towers happen, and like there's a situation where you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to look after myself, and like things may not work out exactly how you had planned. And I'm hearing if that happens for that 1% of you guys, like the reason it doesn't work out the way that you planned is because something better is on its way, okay? But there's something to learn in regards to that situation as well. So like think about what that could possibly be. But that's just for 1% of you guys. I do feel like for the majority of you guys, like you've got a situation coming in where you're like, I'm feeling really good about it. I'm feeling like I'm getting away with like such a good, you might find like a really awesome apartment for like a really cheap amount of money, like a lot less than maybe what you're paying right now. And maybe in a city that you like more than the city that you're in even. And you get approved for it, but also the rent is like way less, or like you know, in a situation like that where you're like, okay, I'm actually like, what is this feeling like? Because I feel like some of you guys have been feeling a little down in the dumps, but I feel like there's this like shedding your skin kind of a thing, because I'm also like seeing like a reptile like shedding its skin. Whenever I see that, whenever I channel that in, it's like you're coming out of this like old skin, you're just like leave that behind, right? And moving forward in your fresh new skin. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what's going down. Show me an oracle, please, for Sag. Okay, veiled. So the fog is being lifted. We just talked about that just a second ago, essentially. Fog is being lifted. You're coming out of like you're coming out of a coma. Like, you weren't literally in a coma, hopefully. Maybe 1% of you guys were in a coma, but I hope not. But anyway, so for a good video, you guys, you might feel like you're coming out of a coma. God, this stuff that I channel sometimes. That was ridiculous. Sorry, I'm just like, okay, don't laugh. So anyway, you might feel like you're coming out of like, again, I'm getting like just so many random things. Your grave, because again, we've got this card where these people are coming up out of their grave. You might feel like you're coming up out of a grave, up coma. This is like not normally what I say when I pull this card, but you're coming out of a fog, of course. But for some of you guys, like there might have been like such a, because I'm seeing like a stone sculpture, literally like a stone sculpture, and it's just like rising out, kind of like these folks here. See how they're all gray, and these are all the little graves. But like they're coming out of it like here I am, you know what I mean? And so anyway, it's pretty cool. That's a really happy energy. It's a really, really good, and it part of it has to do with the fact that you're taking time to fucking look after yourself. Guys, way to go. You're feeding yourself this energy, all this emotion, okay? And keeping your own cup full first and foremost, and then you're able to water other people, okay? Like, never overwater anybody before you overwater, or before you water yourself, okay? First. Okay, so then let's move on to the third week, which is amazing, okay? We have got the Magician in the center, all about manifestation. He's got the figure 8 on his head. He has every tool. He's got the cup, he's got the pentacle, he has a sword, and he has the wand. This guy can manifest anything he wants to, and he probably just did the week before. So you're feeling really, really, really damn good, okay? You're capable and able to go ahead and utilize any of these tools in order to build the structure and the foundation of anything that you want at this point in time, okay? So you're feeling really, really good. Okay, and then we've got the second portion here. Some of you guys are dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer person, possibly a Scorpio with that tower, or a Sagittarius, or possibly Aquarius or Taurus person is what I have on the table so far. Okay, but we have a Page of Cups here. This is in the third week of September. There's an offer that could be coming in of love in regards to a situation. I feel like you're like finally feeling better, like about your situation that you're going through, that you've been going through for a bit. And either you're attracting people to you, or you are wanting to kind of open up to people more emotionally in regards to a situation. So this could be you, or it could be somebody else. It could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person that you are opening up to. Heavy Pisces, though, this is typically the Pisces card in general, but it doesn't have to be, okay? But we have the Page of Cups here. He has the only cup with a fish in it. The fish is the fish of love. So he comes out, all this heavy emotion behind him without water. He's like, hey, I'm feeling really good. Like, it might even just be like do you want to go out for coffee? Do you want to go out and do something? Okay, so it could also have to do with water in general. Like, do you want to go out and do something? I don't know what the weather's going to be like in the third week of September, but you never know. So it depends on what part of the world you're in, I guess. So anyway, so this is an offer in regards to a situation, like a love offer, okay? This could be like somebody literally just asking you on a date, or asking you to actually be in a relationship with them. But I feel like this guy, Pages, like they could be a little bit younger than you as well, if it's not you who's approaching. If it's you, then it's just an approach in regards to a situation like, hey, here's an emotional offer. Like, now that I'm feeling a little bit better, I'm going to come out and kind of just baby step. I do feel like this might not be, I'm not feeling like this is something that's like super quick energy, although for some of you it might be. Because in the outcome we do have the Chariot, okay, Cancer energy. Could be a Cancer person you're dealing with as well. But the Chariot is all about forward movement. And so it's like you have this manifestation card. You're making this offer. Somebody else is making an offer to you, an emotionally fulfilling offer. Most of the time it's romantic with the fish here, right? Okay. And then there's a forward movement in regards to the situation. So it's like, okay, cool. Like, let's go ahead and, like, you see how there's these two here? And there's a forward movement in regards to the situation. But it's a really good week for you guys, okay? And let's go ahead and pull an oracle in regards to that. I'm not going to do a follow-up just because they're all really good cards. I don't really feel like we need a lot of clarification for it. So there's a forward movement. Like, so you might start, like, communicating, like, any kind of, like, you might start going on a date with somebody, or, like, you might start an actual relationship with somebody, or, but whatever that is, like, you've manifested it, because it's in we have the Magician card there. And you're kind of manifesting your own reality right now, to be honest. Like, you're writing your own story, and you have the pen in your hand, and, like, whatever it is that you write down, you know, is, like, really what it is that you're bringing to fruition for yourself in September. Oops, that popped out and didn't go under the table. So we've got purification, okay? So with the purification, it's almost like a tower moment, but it's not. Like, it's a very starting something fresh and new. What happens after it rains, of course, everything's kind of cleared out, right? It's clearing out any kind of situation that was happening in the past and bringing, I'm sorry that you guys can't see the word. This glare is just going to be the death of me. Here you go. So anyway, we have this purification card here. See, it's like kind of like a swampy kind of area here. Lots of trees, got water flowing here. I feel like with this situation though, like this is for 99% of you guys having to do with love, romance, new person coming in, old person. Just depends on however it kind of resonates for you with this specific energy. But with purification, it's like really giving like something from the past, someone from the past, because this is not like a brand new exciting. I mean, it's like an offer that's coming in regards to a situation, and there's forward movement, but like purification is like, hey, like there's water in this card, okay, with rain, like it's very much giving like reestablishing an emotional bond or situation with someone and moving forward with that person, okay? Okay. And I do feel like for a good bit of you guys, like I don't feel like it's going to be a super fast movement, although the Chariot can be a little bit quick in general, okay? So this might be a little bit of a surprise for you as well, or the other person, depending on who you're dealing with. And then we've got the Ace of Wands in the 4th week of September. Ace of Wands is all about a passionate offer in regards to a situation, okay? This could be like an offer in regards to a job, an offer in regards to anything that you find really emotionally fulfilling and passionate. It is a phallic card as well for like the people who are going to put in my comments that I didn't mention that, but like just had people do that before. But anyway, it is a phallic card as well, so you could be dealing with like, you know, a lot of passion, a lot of physical passion in regards to somebody as well. Male, female, doesn't really matter. It's just having to do with like a very intense physical situation where you're like, you know, you're being physically passionate with each other. So there's that. Very, very good card. Okay. So that's beautiful. And it's in the position of you because it's in the middle. So that might be actually something that you're offering in a situation. And then we do have the 4 of Wands here as well, which is just amazing. The last week of September is just, this last 2 weeks are going to be amazing. Like, it's just like, and we're coming out of that retrograde period in the 2nd week, or excuse me, the 3rd week. So it's going to start really looking good. We got the 4 of Wands here. This is all about happy home. This could also be a card of marriage. So this might be a person that you might actually spend a lot of your, like you might actually marry this person. But also this is the 1111 wish fulfillment card as well. See how there's 1111 here. And there's 2 people. You can see them. And they're super duper happy. It's a very romantic card for a good bit of you guys, especially with the energy that we have here. Okay. So you guys might be getting into some kind of a relationship or some kind of a deep, meaningful connection with somebody in the the 3rd and the 4th week of September, where there's going to be a lot of like, and I just heard like I just had to get that all out of the way. And because I'm looking at this first week of September. Like there was a lot of stuff that you guys were going through, and it took a long time to find yourselves in regards to a situation. Okay, but then like in this third and fourth week, like you're really going to be feeling really, really good. So that's awesome for you guys. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles here in the outcome. This is a slow moving offer in regards to a situation. Pentacles are all about money though. They're all about like finances, abundance, things like that. They're all about forward movement. But this guy, see how his horse's legs aren't even off the ground? He's the slowest moving knight in the tarot, all 78 cards. He's the slowest guy. So he's coming in with an offer. So for a good bit of you guys, like you might be dealing with somebody who's like offered this page, or you might be offering this page like, hey, but I feel like this might just be like, let's go on a date. Let's do this thing. I feel like there's a lot of passion in regards to the situation. But for some of you guys, like you might not be locking it down and like making like locking it down. That sounds like terrible. But you might not be like making anything like official for a while, because like you're going to take your time with this Knight of Pentacles before you make like that kind of a decision. But you're open to this energy here as well, with like the Four of Wands, with this Page of Cups, with this passion here, forward movement, the purification. Like I do feel like you're coming out of, again, coming out of your grave in regards to a situation having to do with this as well. But I do feel like it will be a slower moving offer, okay? It's like a very slow moving thing, which is good with this situation as well. Because I feel like the longer that you're able to kind of take, and, you know, coming out of the energy that I'm seeing here, taking your time before you kind of jump into anything like that is really good. You're still in this energy. Like the energy's still there. You've still got all this, like, there's a lot of like romance in here. Like there's a lot of offer. There's a lot of emotional depth in regards to a situation, and you are manifesting every single bit of it on your own. But you're also taking your sweet time, which you should be doing, okay? So anyway, it's not a race. It's never a race. Let's go ahead and see what is the oracle message that we have for Sagittarius for September. You guys are having a really good month, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're coming out, your first week, you're like, okay, cool. Second week, like, you know, like there's gonna be, I'm seeing a Rubik's Cube. Like let's figure out exactly what this needs to do so that I can move forward. But also feeling, you know, something's happening. I keep hearing approval and coming out of something. Show me an oracle, please, for Sagittarius. Please show me for the last week of September. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If this resonates, guys, give it a like, please, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. Leave a comment if it resonates as well. Love to know what's going on. Show me what's going down last week. All right. Unfoldment, okay? So very, very much in the energy. Unfoldment with this lotus flower here in this slow moving offer, okay? So things are just slowly starting to come together. And I don't feel like this is for the fourth week of September. So this is all about this passionate energy. This is all about this Four of Wands energy as well, okay? So something's slowly unfolding. And I feel like there's like a slow, I keep hearing slow to trust, slow to progress or process, slow to, you know, but everything's like very slow. I just slow, passionate, and some of you guys might be having a lot of physical energy with somebody in the fourth week of September, and it's a very slow process. Okay, very romantic, but that's very cute. Okay, guys. But I hope you guys have a good one. This is super cute. You guys are on a roll. Yeah. Second week, Rubik's Cube, might be sorting things out. I do feel like for a good bit of you guys, like you're coming out of this Five of Pentacles. I just threw it. This Five of Pentacles energy here. And this tower is kind of falling apart, and you're like, okay, I'm going to rebuild this structure so I can get out of this Five of Pentacles out in the cold energy. You guys, first, a good bit of you guys might be getting approved for something. You might feel like you're getting away with that. Okay, and then you've got this on... You got the star here. You guys might be really popular, like I said, in September, especially the second week. Somebody's going to want to spend a lot of time with you, but you're like, oh, I'm going to stay in and feed my own, fill my own cup, make sure that I got that taken care of, okay? And then we've got this veiled here. So things are starting to come, like the sun is coming out. You're starting to really start to feel like you're in your own skin, shedding that lizard skin and getting into a new space, okay? So coming into yourself, into your new self, okay, is what I just heard. I hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you again for mid-September. Have a good one. Bye, guys.